The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Hold up, hashtag heels for life. Wanna welcome everybody. Yeah, we gotta get.
News and Rumors edition. I am your host, Mr. Team Bring It. Sorry to come on here this late, but everybody was watching the NBA Finals, so I wanted to give everyone that opportunity to enjoy the game. And if you do miss this video, make sure you view it because I'm about to tell you guys some very real information. And I'm not on here to be joking or anything like that of the sort. I really do mean this. I know my energy is not right now. Like, I'm coming in here with frustration, confusion, and I'm really I guess I'm just disturbed by what I saw today. But before we start, first I need you to hit that thumbs up, and I need you to comment on this video. Then I need you to subscribe. Then I need you to hit that notification bell so you can get news and rumors on hashtag Heels for Life Wrestling Podcast exclusively on Facebook and on YouTube. So, I don't like to talk about this issue when it comes to DUIs, when it comes to drunk drivers, because I've had friends that were killed because of drunk drivers. I have family members that are alcoholics, and I've seen what it has done with their lives. Alcoholism is not something that you want to play with, y'all. It's not. And in the wrestling industry, it really kind of breaks my heart that, we do have, wrestlers that battle these demons every day of their lives. We don't know how deep their demons go. We don't know. And when I look at someone like Jeff Hardy, someone that I grew up watching when he first started in the WWE, and see him grow up to be this, phenomenon icon. People even compared him to Shawn Michaels, one of the greatest high flyers, in history. I mean, he's an icon of the wrestling business. I mean, he was one of the pioneers that set the tone for ladder matches, tag team ladder matches. And to see him go through this drug addiction is really breaking my heart more than anything. And Jeff has gotten in trouble with the law over and over and over again. Let me just shut this off. I don't want no music, for real. I don't want no music. I just want to just get to the point and just go to bed. Jeff needs help. Plain and simple. I don't give a fuck where he gets it from the WWE, AEW, or 1-800-GET-CHARTER. I don't give a fuck. The bottom line is simply this. It was disgusting to see wrestling fans laugh about this shit today. It was very disgusting. And I didn't find anything amusing by this at all. Almost every fucking group, every social media site that I went to today, they had like a Jeff Hardy meme. Oh, well, Jeff Hardy is in trouble again. So, What did he do this time? He hit a tree. Oh, this is one for the good guys. And then I seen this. This is so disgusting, y'all. You know, I'm not going to judge you based on what you like. I'm not going to judge you. But do not put this motherfucker on his pedestal and try to make it seem like he is this Jesus of wrestling. Okay? Because this is the same motherfucker that killed Owen Hart. This is the same motherfucker that allowed wrestlers to... I'm not going to even go there. He allowed wrestlers, when he knew they were in trouble, just let it go. Case in point, even right now, Jimmy Uso. How many DUIs do he have to get? Why wasn't he punished? Is it based on who he knows? Is that what the business is all about, of who you know? Yeah, he knows Roman Reigns. That's his cousin. He gets a DUI yesterday, becomes champion the next day. No consequence, nothing. It's disgusting that you motherfuckers sit here and claim that you love wrestling and you love the wrestlers in the business that put their lives on the line for you, and the only thing that your punk ass can do is troll. The only thing you can worry about is this imaginary war between WWE and AEW fans, and you say that this is a win for the good guys. Because Jeff Hardy went to another company, you say that this is a one for the good guys. This is a victory in your imaginary sick-ass minds. This is why I hate wrestling fans of 2022. Because none of you motherfuckers is some of the most ignorant bitches I've ever seen in my fucking life. I want Jeff to get help. Because if he does not get help, he's going to be another Scott Hall that we say, RIP. We already lost a wrestler due to his issue with alcohol, with the drugs over the years. And Jeff Hardy is going down that path. And the only thing you motherfuckers can do is put out memes and say that, oh, Vince McMahon tried to help him. Yeah. Did he really? Did he really? Because if Vince really did care, he would broke his neck to try to help Jeff. But instead, they accused him. He passed the drug test. No apology at all. Now he moves on to AEW. Whether Tony Khan knew this or not is not the narrative. The narrative is there's a man that's in trouble and they need to take care of this shit pronto. I'm glad that AEW did not go ahead with the ladder match. I don't give a fuck about the ladder match, honestly. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't care. No, let me, before you guys try to come on here, let me speak my piece, okay? Because I've heard y'all go on y'all posts and like say that, oh, well, this is all Jeff's fault. But then yet you are the same people that was saying, oh, Jeff is one of the great ones. He's the icon when he was in the WWE. But then when he go to another company, oh, you're ready to bury him. I mean, some of the venom I heard today, God. Oh, don't worry. I did screenshot some of your comments. So any event Jeff Hardy does pass away in the near future, I will be bringing that shit up because I really feel that none of you, not none of you, but some of you, I don't think you're wrestling fans. I think that you are glorified troll that is upset with the wrestling industry right now because you feel that the WWE should be the sole company in the wrestling business right now. And because we are not talking about the WWE like you want us to talk about the WWE, you feel some type of way. So you will go so far to make fun of a fucking person that has a drug problem. And yet you say, this is a victory for the good guys. That shit pissed me the fuck off today. And we was talking about this in WCC today. And I really couldn't express myself like I really wanted to. So I let my brothers get all the shine. I wanted to come on here and I wanted to say my piece because now we are at the point now, I am sick of you. I am sick of the wrestling community as a whole. I am tired of you. I'm sick of you. I am so sick of the pettiness. I'm sick of the delusional. You remind me of Donald Trump supporters. You should do what the Donald Trump supporters did to the Capitol. You should go to every AEW wrestler's house, every WWE wrestler's house, and you should just do what you do best, harass them. Because you don't give a fuck about the wrestling business. You don't give a fuck about the men and women that put their lives on the line for us to entertain us. All you care about is your fucking feelings. And I don't give a fuck about your feelings right now. I care about a man that could have easily lost his life last night because he is in trouble. And he is literally begging for fucking help through alcohol. That is not great for anyone. And that is why I am so passionate about this, because I have been in that situation. I had to deal with friends that was driving drunk and almost lost their lives. So you're going to have to forgive me for raising my fucking voice for a little bit, because I'm just so tired of the toxicity. I'm tired of the childishness. I'm tired of the pettiness in this wrestling community. Y'all claim that y'all love each other like this is Pride Month, which it is. Pride Month supposed to be, we're supposed to love each and every one of each other. No, y'all don't do that. You love your favorites. And if your favorites go to another company that you dislike, then you turn bitch mode. That is what we are on in 2022. So everything that's going on with these injuries that's going on, maybe that should be best. Because half of you motherfuckers don't deserve Daniel Bryan. Half of you don't even deserve CM Punk. You don't deserve Jeff Hardy. You don't deserve a ladder match. All you deserve is misery. That's what you deserve. You didn't learn nothing about what happened 2 years ago. The coronavirus took everything away from us. We literally had to sit in our fucking houses for a fucking year. Do you know how hard that was? And you still don't give a fuck. You still going back on these social media sites, bitching and complaining. Oh, what's up with you AEW sexuals? What's up with you WWE sexuals? We can't even have a conversation anymore without y'all motherfuckers acting like little ass kids. But this right here took the cake from me. I got so upset today, I said, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait to really tell y'all how I really feel about this wrestling community. And if another coronavirus strain come around and it shut everything down, I'm going to be laughing at you motherfuckers. Because you don't deserve wrestling. You don't. What y'all did today, y'all should really take down them posts. And if Jeff Hardy, I'm telling you, if Jeff Hardy loses his life, I'm going to say, don't cry. Because you was them same motherfuckers that was making fun of him. I've never been so mad in my life. I don't even know why I even come on here and talk wrestling. I don't even know. I guess because I'm so passionate about the business. You know, the one thing that I do care about is someone's way of life. You know, I put myself in their shoes. 9 times out of 10, I've been in their shoes, and I wouldn't want somebody to treat me that way. That's why I always treat people accordingly, even the ones that try to disrespect me. I say, I'm going to pray for you and keep moving on. That's me. That's how I conduct business. But you fans, this is the most trash-ass fan base I've ever seen in my fucking life. We can talk about Star Wars fans. We can talk about Marvel versus DC. We can talk about Beyonce fans, but I've never had a strong hatred for a fan base that I am a part of, that I've been a part of for the past 30 years. And I can't believe I'm even saying this shit. I can't even believe I'm even on this program right now and saying that I hate my fellow wrestling fans. But I have a legit reason. It has nothing to do with what company you support, because guess what? I still support the same company that I criticize. I support the same company that I love. But y'all motherfuckers, y'all take this to a whole new level. A whole new level. And that is why I am disgusted that I'm a wrestling fan. After that shit today, I'm disgusted to my very core. I can't believe half of you motherfuckers even had the gall to even come on here, to come on social media and say what you said today. I'm going to bring Kevin on. Like I said, this is not going to take long because I have to get up in the morning. I have to go to a graduation. I'm going to go to one of my god kids' graduation. But what we're going to do is I'll probably give y'all about 15, 20 minutes, whatever, express yourselves. And then I'm gonna just leave because, like, number one, I am very furious, y'all. I'm furious, but then at the same time, I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. Based on the shit that I've been seeing, I am not surprised whatsoever. And I'm sorry for yelling, y'all. It takes a lot to piss me off. But this right here, the shit I seen on social media today, this was beyond disgusting. I'm just like, wow. I'll respond to some of y'all comments real quick. So, Chris Burton from Facebook, what's going on? How you doing? McQuan, how you doing? No, I didn't skip the theme song. Like I just did. This is a special episode, so that's why I didn't play the full theme song. Kevin, I will send you the link in one moment. Bradley said that he should be banned from wrestling till he gets help. I definitely concur. Drug test him and don't let him wrestle again until he passes. Honestly, you know what, Bradley? I don't think that he should wrestle again. This has gone on way too long. This has gone on way too long to the point, my nigga. Your problems cancel the match on Dynamite. That speaks volumes. Okay, so yeah. It destroys lives. It really does. Jeff is hurting. Definitely is. And he continues to keep fucking up. Yes, he does. Kevin, I'm gonna hit you up in one moment, sir. I am. Marvin said that wrestling fans are fickle as usual. Bradley said that Matt went through the same thing. Yes, because he was in pain. Yes, he was. Kevin, oh my God, bro. Oh my God. You is like, ooh. Greg, he said, hello, Chris. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I was having a wonderful day until I seen this shit. And then Bradley said that we shouldn't be making fun of him. If he can't get clean, we need to pray for him. Yes, most definitely. Greg said that he's an amazing, talented wrestler. I pray and hope that he gets the help, and he gets the help. I don't want to see him hurt, and the ones around him. Thank you, Chris, for being honest. No problem. Bradley said Chris, Matt Hardy was dealing with the same problems and he got better. Kevin said that, bro, I agree with you. They trolling this dude when we all know that this is a cry for help. They don't see how these guys are putting their lives on the line, but when the wrestler gets injured or hurt, they are so happy. Yeah, that's the part I don't understand, dude. Like, I don't get it. Yeah, this is exactly how I feel. Grace said, Chris Dilworth, I'm glad that we have your honesty. I'm glad that we have you as someone that speaks the truth, because we can, I guess he's saying that they can feel my passion for wrestling, and what you say is a big help. Bradley said that maybe I was too harsh for saying that he should be banned from wrestling, but how can you wake up and smell the coffee and realize that I need help? No, you're not. I don't think you're being too harsh. I think that you are in tune with reality because, like, number one, this has been going on way too long, Bradley. This has been going on way too long. And I want him to get help by any means necessary. If someone has to torture him to, see his demons and teach him that what you are doing is wrong, what you are doing, drinking and driving, that shit does not mix. It's like oil and water. You will die from that and you will kill somebody else. So I agree with you 100%. So yeah, I'm going to put out the excuse me. Okay. So let me put out the link. Just give me 1 second. Jaquez and Kevin want to come on, so I'm going to send them the link directly. So just give me a moment. There you go. But yeah, y'all, like, I'm just beyond disgusted, man. I really am. And I don't scream like this. I don't ever scream. Like, I don't give people that type of energy, but people are pissing me off. I've never seen wrestling fans like this. and it's all based on loyalty. That's the thing. This is not loyalty. This is a sick way of saying that I want you to die because you went to another company and you betrayed me. Mm, 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 mm. I'm mad that Cody went to the WWE because of his reasoning, but I would never say that, hey, Cody got injured, good for him. No, I would never say that. Because he could have easily died. If that shit was by his heart, it would have been a wrap. But motherfuckers don't have the same they don't have the same reasoning or mentality like I do. So yeah. So let me bring on Mr. KD. How you doing, sir? I seen your video earlier.
What's going on, brother?
Hey, what's going on? Hey, Matt, or hey, Michael, what's going on? McQuarrie, what's going on? How did Eddie die? Eddie died because of his heart, and he was also taking some drugs, but he got better. He did go into rehab, but I guess the drugs caught up with him. So. But yeah. So I'm gonna let you say your piece, and yeah. Go ahead.
Honestly, at this point, words cannot describe, and this is why I say I'm gonna so agree with you on everything you said, because words can't describe what a person is going through or their inner demons that they battle.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing about it, and you got to forgive me if I'm a little emotional,
mm-hmm.
and that's because I haven't been through this. But it wasn't the alcohol for me. My thing was when I had ankle surgery,
mm-hmm.
and people think that you can't get addicted to drugs. People think that you can't get addicted to alcohol or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But let me tell you something. Real life demons are real. They are so real to the point that when I had ankle surgery, Percocet was my go-to.
Mm-hmm.
Because doctors told me take 4, so that way if the pain starts, it automatically knocks it out. It automatically just kills it. Feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But then it became an ongoing thing.
Mm-hmm.
It became one of those things where I got so out of this world, so out of this, and so out of that I needed that.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with you when you say that. And it's crazy. People have their own religious beliefs. People have this, people have that. But some wrestling fans are worse than Christian folks because they quick to judge a person on what they have going on, but they don't see that this is a cry out for help.
Mm-hmm.
This is a cry that a grown man is saying to us as a people, look, I need help. I'm not perfect. I'm battling. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But what I saw today was remorseless, despicable, unprofessional. And I know people used to, me acting like JBL, but this is me talking right now. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
It was disgusting, uncalled for. And even right now, I'm going to agree with you. I hate the fact that I'm a wrestling fan, and you know me for a minute, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I love me my Roman Reigns, and I love my Usos, but right is right, wrong is wrong. They got so many arrests and made the headlines on ESPN, on regular news, on this news, on that news. Here's my thing. Why are they not taken out, or why are they not suspended, or put in rehab. But here's the thing. Jeff Hardy passed a drug test, like you said, right? But yet you still want to take the man off and want to and want to release him. But here's my thing, and this is what people don't know. Jeff Hardy went to Vince and asked Vince to put him in a rehab. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. But you got Road Dogg, who was also an alcoholic that people probably don't even know about. Drug rehab. Sean Waltman, aka X-Pac, helped them out and help everybody else out. You help Scott Hall out. These are and rest in peace of Scott Hall. But we don't want to see this same thing happen to Jeff Hardy come across the screen where we say, rest in peace, Jeff Hardy. We ain't trying to see that, but yet you got people going on social media, Instagram, Facebook, saying, oh, this is the face that Vince makes, or this is this, or this is that. Screw that. That man need help, and they making fun of it. I done lost 2 people dealing with alcoholism and drunk driving. You understand what I'm saying? And it's no joke. It is no joke. These are demons that live within a man or a woman that needs the help. That basically, if you, and this is the crazy part, if wrestling fans want to be a true supporter, they got to take the character side out of it and put the personal side in it, because they got a family member or somebody that's going through the same thing that this man going through, probably even worse. But you control this wrestler, and you control him and say he's this, he's a drunk, he's a this, he's a that. Okay, let's look at it realistically. Legion of Doom, Hawk, had the same demons. Same as that. Showing up to the arena drunk, wrestling matches drunk, doing this, that, and the third. But watch this. Why ain't nobody troll him? Why ain't nobody trolling? But you trolling this man because this man came out publicly and said, I'm battling demons.
But you know what, though? I'm going to touch on what you just said. See, the reason back then that they didn't troll Hawk, excuse me, because we didn't have social media strong back in the day.
Right.
Because remind you, Hawk died, I think, in like 2003. So social media was there, but it wasn't there like that.
Right.
Now, in this day and age, we have where we can talk to the wrestlers. We have that ability to, make fun of them. And it's like probably 1 out of a million that they might respond to us. That's the type of response that they want. Some people on social media is just built on hatred, built on negativity. They feed off of that shit. But today, you can't say that you're a wrestling fan and you sat there on your fucking couch, your chair, you was outside on a break smoking a cigarette, and you had the nerve to tweet and say that, he's in AEW. I think Tony Khan and the Hardy Boys, they knew something about. I'm like, what?
They didn't. They may have known of the demons that he had, but they may have known. Can you hear me?
No, I'm talking to him down here.
Okay. They may have known of the demons that he may have had, but they probably didn't know how serious it was.
But you know what, Kevin? I don't think they even care. I don't even think they even want the story. It's just the fact that he is competing in a in a competitor, in a WWE competitors, company. I don't think that these fans these days don't even care about the wrestler's way of life. I don't think they even give a shit. Because if you did, you wouldn't even came out your mouth to even say half the shit that they were saying today. Like I'm telling you, I screenshotted a lot, and a lot of that shit came from that group that you were live in. Some of it came from my group. Some of it came from, and I told them, and I went on the air.
You being real with it, bro. And I'm like this. At this point, it really doesn't matter if I lose friends, I lose this, or I lose that.
I lost friends.
And the crazy part is, and I know this is live where people can see it, really don't matter to me. It don't matter if I get kicked out of this group, be put out. I really don't care. Because the bottom line of it is, you show love, or better yet, let me rephrase that. You show emotion when something bad happens to a wrestler, and they come back with, oh, thank God Becky Lynch broke her neck, just as an example, but not looking at the mere fact of how it happened. We're paying our hard-earned money for these people to entertain us, whether we cheer them, whether we boo them. But guess what? They still putting behinds in seats every single day, every single night, and we the ones paying our money to see all of this. But we're not looking at the personal lifestyle that they live, or they this or they that. Like an example, when Roman Reigns admitted he took something that he shouldn't have, everybody trolled him. Everybody trolled him. But guess what? DUIs with the Usos, ain't nobody trolling them. Ain't nobody trolling them. Ain't nobody say, well, you know what? This is what we're going to do for this. Like, yo, all of this right now, straight up, is, like I said, a cry for help. And the man, and this is a grown man that's still battling demons, that's still dealing with inner issues. But they ain't looking at that. They looking at being entertained. They looking at, oh, as long as I see Charlotte, as long as I see Becky Lynch, as long as I see whatever, I'm good. But you gotta put yourself in their shoes where, yo, you dealt with this, just and even you yourself admitted that that's something you dealt with before, and that's something that was a cry for help. I'm sitting here and I admitted that, like, yo, I literally had to pray and ask God to wean me off of that. Because if not, I would have been hurting everybody around me that I love to the fullest.
I mean, even right now, like, I'm struggling to find a job, but I don't use alcohol to control my demons.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I'm built a certain way. Now, my family, like on my father and my mother's side, they're, well, more so on my mother's side, they're like all alcoholics.
Right.
That's all they care about, like weed, drinking, and all this shit. And like I don't.
It's cool.
It's a lot.
It's a touchy subject.
Yeah, it's a very touchy subject. I seen the alcoholism in my family. I seen, what cigarettes did to, some of my family members and, and all that, whatever. And I just said, when I grow up, I'm not going to go down that route. Now I drink, but I don't drink like that because, like I said, I don't want to drink to the point where I'm not in control of myself.
Right.
So that's why I say, like, if I get drunk, and then someone tells me, "Hey, Chris, you can drive." I'm not driving.
Mhm.
Not.
And see, people don't look at that. I'd rather, if I have somebody close by, or if I'm with a friend or somebody, I would rather stay at that person's house than to get on that road and try to drive, because I'm putting everybody's life in danger, including myself.
When my best friend, because he likes to drink, when we say like, no, I was like, count to 10. If you are unable to count to 10 like that, you are not going nowhere. We made a pact because
Right.
our circle is small.
Right.
So we say, hey, if you're unable to make it to the crib, even though it's around the corner, I mean, because sometimes that's all it takes.
Right.
That's all it takes. That you could be in the intersection and you crash into someone because you didn't have the ability to, to keep your hands on the wheel or whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And what strikes my nerves about this, honestly, and this is why I say Jeff Hardy was a man to admit that he had these demons. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He was man to admit that. But this is why I say wrestling fans kill me sometimes too.
Mm-hmm.
Because pay attention to this.
Mm-hmm.
Shawn Michaels was a drug addict. Did they troll him about it?
Nope.
They
still don't.
They don't troll Shawn Michaels, or they don't troll, the people that has had it hard and like they don't troll them. But you got a guy like Jeff Hardy, you troll the mess out of him, you ride the mess out of him. But let's look at Shawn Michaels now. Pills after pills after pills. And honestly, let's look at Sting, another who was addicted to pills.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All of this that people don't look at because of who the person is, or because of quote unquote an icon in the sport.
Yeah.
Oh, this is Sting. We'll overlook his stuff. But now this is
we
Jeff
can't
Hardy.
do that, bro.
And this is Jeff Hardy. Oh no, we ain't gonna overlook this. We finna troll it. We finna
can't pick and choose.
No,
exactly.
You can't. You can't pick and choose who you want to keep around, who you want to troll on. No, real is real, fair is fair.
Yeah, the same thing with Jimmy. Jimmy had 3 DUIs. Four. See, that type of shit.
But here's the thing. Jay got 3, but also he got an obstruction of justice charge for fighting the police. Ain't nobody talking about that.
Nobody talking about that shit at all.
And nobody talk about that shit because and then when you bring it to their attention, they bring some alternative facts.
They come out with, oh, he's making money, he's selling this.
What that got to do with anything?
What's that got to do with his fucking personal well-being?
Thank you.
So if somebody gets killed, so what you going to say? Oh well, Vince did try to help him. I'm like, that's besides the point.
Did he really try to help him, or are we just going with a narrative?
Nah, Vince, I don't think, and this is just my opinion on this second one, maybe he did, but I feel like he didn't try to help Jeff on this go around.
I don't think he really gave a fuck, honestly.
Nah, because first of all, when they saw Jeff, Vince sent him home. When that man was trying to come to him and tell him he needed help, Vince sent him home.
And then I think they released him.
But everybody praised. I mean, I give Vince McMahon credit, one of the masterminds, one of the billionaires in the game, and this, that, and the third. But one thing, and it's crazy because when I met Heath Slater, right? Heath Slater, I was like, yo, Heath, just asking, kick a casual conversation. It was like, yo, when Vince gonna put the title on you? First thing he said was, how Vince is. Vince got his favorites.
Wow.
I mean, it don't even take a genius to even know that. Like, we can even see that on the screen. I'm not even working behind the scenes. Like, I see it on the screen. Like, you can see how people get booked. Like, you can tell, like, okay, this has been one of his favorites and shit. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is that what disgusts me the most is that Jimmy and Jay both had DUIs, and yet there were no repercussions at all behind it. Because
Wasn't no suspensions, none of
none
that.
at all. Matter of fact, they were rewarded.
Wasn't nobody calling for these motherfuckers to get fired either.
But watch
None
this,
of them.
and I'm so glad both of y'all said that because watch this. Enzo gets a sexual charge against him. You fire him, but he beat it, but you ain't bring him back.
Because they
Apparently,
said
he
that
beat it before they fired him.
Right. But here's the thing: even though he beat it, you all of a sudden you don't want to bring him back.
Look at Rich Swann.
Yeah,
Rich
another
Swann
prime example.
was another
That's
one
exactly
for
what I
a
was
whole
thinking about.
domestic violence situation that never really happened.
And guess
And
what?
what did they do?
Release him, ain't bring him back.
Mhm.
But you kept the pedophile on your fucking payroll for 2 fucking years until another fucking account came out, and then another account came out. Then you fired him because of so-called backstage problems. I'm talking about Velveteen, the fucking pervert himself dream.
Yeah, and all of that unfounded, but you ain't bring him back though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You
and I
kept
think-
Riddle. You kept Riddle.
And Riddle had one against him while he was in WWE in 2020.
You kept
And
Austin
still
Theory.
have-
Matter of fact, Austin Theory, you're United States title holder, right?
Yep.
So I guess sexual assaults and predator type shit is totally fine, but when it comes to drinking and shit, that's the problem.
No,
Urgent.
honestly, I'm gonna go a step further. I think getting in trouble with the law only applies to a few.
Mhm.
If you are making money for Vince McMahon, if you are like his significant other, you are going to get an ultimate pass. I mean, and that's basically
Wait,
how. And then
I just thought about
yeah,
something.
Sonny.
Didn't
Sonny.
Charlotte get arrested too before?
Yep. Charlotte got arrested for she got arrested for being intoxicated in public and resisting arrest or something like that.
But this bitch right
Hmm.
here, this bitch, Sonny, she killed somebody, and yet still in the Hall of Fame, and they ain't even talk about that shit. They
And
not
they
even talk about that shit at all.
And they ain't
It
even
took
take
a second. Wait, it took a second go around for them to fucking finally kick Jimmy Snuka out of the fucking Hall of Fame
But why they ain't kick Sonny out though?
because Vince didn't have to pay for a body.
Either that or
everything covered up.
Vince probably screwed her too.
He probably did. I mean,
Think about it.
you know,
Everybody was fucking Sonny.
yeah, including Vince. Like Vince.
Sonny was a
has had
communal
his-
blunt.
He has committed adultery in his during his marriage. I mean, he made it public. So but this whole Jeff Hardy situation, Jeff Hardy has fucked up a lot of shit. Warner, what was it? Warner Media, whatever. They want
They want him scrubbed, which I understand.
completely.
But at the same time, Warner has been doing that just recently, and I don't know why, but they're heavy on that shit. They did it with MJF, and now they're doing it with Jeff Hardy.
But see,
One doesn't work, one isn't.
But see, here's the thing. And this is just my opinion on this.
He also made, I don't know if you reported this, but he also made bond, $3,500 bond, and his court date was canceled for tomorrow.
That's breaking news. Go ahead, put that on the live screen. Let's see what everybody got to say about that now.
Why isn't nobody talking about that though? He already posted bond, and his court date was canceled tomorrow.
Wow.
So look, go ahead and put that on the screen. Look, now let's see if everybody's still trolling then.
I don't think people will even give. Yeah, I don't think they will even give a fuck. They just care about
They care about the narrative and the story. They don't care about the actual facts. Look at this. He got arrested for basically being intoxicated, not drugs. There is no drugs in his system, just intoxication, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Why is the narrative going around that he got caught doing drugs again? The report came out and said he was intoxicated. As a matter of fact, he was actually 3 times over the limit.
But see, the way that they put it out there first was like he was driving on a suspended license. But then that part where the alcohol part came out, that part came out later.
Yeah, because like Kid had forwarded that to me this morning. That was actually one of the first messages I seen when I woke up this morning. So I'm just like, okay, so he was driving with a suspended license. And then 2 hours later, they said that he had a DUI. Like, they said his alcohol was above the limit. I think it's supposed to be 0.4, and his was higher than that, like way higher.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then that's when everybody like
it says 3 times.
Yeah, 3 times the limit, the state limit. So then I start seeing all these memes like everywhere. Like I'm like, and then he started trending on Twitter, and then like every fucking wrestling group that I went to, it was just like something bad. They were just saying something bad about him, and I'm just like, dude, I'm like, what is up with this venom, this unnecessary venom? This shit don't make no goddamn sense.
Because he's not in the WWE.
Yep.
And Kevin, that is what I was talking to you about before Jaquez came on here, that this is sick.
It is.
This is sick.
Do you get now why I said what I said last week?
Yeah.
While we was talking on the podcast, I literally said it. I'm like, yo, I'm to the point now that I am completely turned off from wrestling, and it's not due to the product.
I agree.
It's not due to the wrestlers. It's due to the fucking fans. I can no longer enjoy this shit. I don't give a fuck how good the shit is. I can't enjoy it, and that's what's fucking like getting me to the point like I don't even like want to fuck with it.
Honestly, DeVale, I believe. Okay.
I think Divide.
Okay, Divide. At this point, I don't give a fuck about him beating the Young Bucks.
Bro,
that is
hold on.
not
Let me get this out. We talking about a problem, bro. We ain't even talking about this man beating Young Bucks. And that right there is a type of comment right there that makes you hate it. I'm not being funny, but we talking about a man having a problem, not talking about a man beating Young Bucks and everybody else. Come on, dog.
Yeah, because that's not even the narrative right now. The narrative is simply this. I don't give a fuck if he's a troll or whatever. I don't even care. The simple fact is that what the show is about. It's about Jeff Hardy screaming for help. I don't give a fuck about him being the Young Bucks. That is not even the issue. The issue is that some of y'all really need to think before y'all speak, before y'all even type, because it don't make no goddamn sense that y'all sit here and you support wrestling, but then yet you want to troll the wrestler that you clearly have an issue with because of what company he's working for. And I'm like, so since when we start having issues of when a wrestler go to this company because you don't like them because they're at this company, but then yet when they go back to WWE, it's like, oh my God, welcome home. That is some of the most fakest fucking energy.
But here, and you right about that, because here's the thing. That just because a wrestler returns home to where he started, that does not stop the inner demons that live within that man or that woman, period.
Facts.
You need to honestly, you need to scream this out. I know you all the way in the back, you need to scream this shit louder, because these motherfuckers in the front, they don't hear you. They don't hear you. You might want to say that shit again.
Just because a person goes back home to WWE, WCW, AEW, just because you go back home does not mean that inner demon does not still live within, or it's not.
We're not talking Finn Balor demon.
Exactly. We ain't talking about the Finn Balor demon. We ain't talking about Demon Kane. We ain't talking about none of that. We talking about a demon that lives within the inner soul of a man or a woman. I don't care if I go back to, I'm just using an example. If I was a wrestler and I started in WWE, if I got a drinking problem, that don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing, because guess what? It could be televised. I could sit up here and say I'm sober for this amount of time, but they don't know the thoughts that go on in a person's head when they are by themselves.
And then what Greg just said, he said people were making fun of Jeff at Double or Nothing. He wasn't right then. The signs were there why he wasn't helped by Jeff. Why he wasn't helped.
I got a headache reading it.
Yeah, I'm trying to filter it.
Sorry.
Why he wasn't helped Jeff is because he had a head injury to cover up, because he knew that Jeff wasn't right. Okay, so yes, at Double or Nothing, there was an issue with that as well, because it was something that was.
It was him. It was I believe he was still fucking banged up from the Darby match.
So drugs may have been involved. You know what I'm saying? That, like, you know, help his injuries or whatever. No. I'm talking about, like, as far as, like, you know, pain medication. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the shit that wrestlers have to take in order to get through to the next match. And that's the part that we were talking about in WCC. Like, a lot of us fans do not see the bigger picture. A lot of these wrestlers have injuries, and they have to take certain medication so they can get through the match.
Or but for that matter, they got to take certain time off to heal from it.
Just like Big E. Matter of fact, congratulations to Big E for taking that neck brace off.
That don't really mean much, because.
But see, here's the thing.
I know, but that's still
having a conversation with him. The neck brace is off, but there's still the stiffness and all that stuff in there that we that we talked about. Because I don't want to go ahead and say, hey, he's gonna return, and knowing that the conversation that's been taking place is, oh well, it's it's this way, it's that way. Everything that he has reported was pretty much everything that we had talked about. So, like now here's the thing, and this is why I say, on that note, they not trolling whatever Sheamus' little sidekick partner is. All of this, it was, get well, Big E, get well, Big E, get well, Big E. But here it is, not Jeff. Why y'all trolling him?
That is a perfect comparison. That is a perfect
That's why I say
comparison.
Don't get me started.
Now you see the issue that I'm seeing. That is perfect, because I'm just like, everybody was wishing Big E, hey, get better.
And that's and Chris, that's my boy.
Yeah, I know that you talked to him.
And they wishing my boy get well. Hope he get back in the ring soon. But here's the thing: why they didn't troll, or why wasn't there no consequence when they talk about Jeff Hardy, but why there wasn't no consequence when this man broke Big E's neck? But there's a consequence,
because apparently they chucked it up to it's wrestling. It's
exactly.
Not
so guess what? And just like you said, Chris, Vince don't care, because if Vince cared, that man breaking Big E's neck
would have sent him back to NXT.
Would have either sent him back to NXT, or that man would have got fired back in the day.
So did you ever ask Big E that question? Because as a matter of fact, I mean,
because for me, I feel like for me, when it comes to that, I feel like some things are on limits, some things are off limits.
But you guys are not talking. But the thing is, you're not talking publicly, privately.
We talk privately, but I asked, how does he feel about that? And his response was, things happen in the business. And quite honestly, he was like, on a personal level, he's pissed off about it, because ain't nothing pop off.
But here's the thing.
But he was like, on a professional level, he understand that accidents do happen. But on
not like that.
No, not like that. You're right. But when I made the comment to him, like, but bro, if that's the case, I'm like, we all know, and we've seen this for ourselves at wrestling shows. We've seen this on TV. When the cameras are not on the wrestlers, they're talking about, okay, this is what we're going to do next. This is what's going to happen next. Whatever, right? Because it's rehearsed. But nowhere in there was that part rehearsed for this man to break his neck the way that he did. And like I said, and then on top of that, for this dude to be back on TV the next week, it's like you rewarded this dude for that.
I think honestly that was the most disrespectful thing that they could ever do.
Come on, man.
Like, he just broke a man's neck and yet he's back on television. Now, once again, I am not trying to put out the race card. I'm just putting out there's things called priorities. And obviously, Big E's neck wasn't a priority. Because the man that broke his neck wrestled the next week. So, and that, yeah, y'all. Excuse me.
And that's sad, bro. It's sad that, you know, we still see it's going on, and it's not only going on, but it's been going on for a long time. Like I said in a podcast a month or two ago, it's people try to hide it, but you can't hide it because it still exists today.
It does, and that's the that's the sad part. That's the sad part about this
now. Everybody is not that way. You can only, and it's like you said, bro. Nowadays, you got to meet people where they at.
Very much so.
You got to meet them where they at, or either leave them where they at. Because if you don't, you will lose your own sanity behind somebody else's BS.
And that's why I'm gonna tell everybody, and I'm gonna leave this as a final thought for everybody. Pray that Jeff gets better. You know, I know you're not gonna hear from these other trolls on social media, and if you do catch them saying some shit, call them out on their shit. Call them out. If you don't, forward them to me. I would love to do that because, like, I'm tired of the fake ass tears when somebody dies, but then yet you want to sit up here and talk about, oh, I love all the wrestling and all the other shit. I'm so tired of that moniker. These motherfuckers don't like all the wrestling. You love the WWE. You love the WWE. People in AEW, they can honestly say, hey, we all love wrestling. These are the people that actually love wrestling. They watch it all. They just mad at the WWE, just like me. I'm mad at the WWE because the WWE do not want to fucking change.
Right, and they could better the product, and this is why people are mad at the WWE. But true wrestling fans, believe it or not, will have a heart for something like this. Mm-hmm. That's just my opinion. You would have a heart for something like this. You would have a heart to say, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and pray for this man, because we don't, like I said, we don't know what they thinking on the outside. Mm-hmm. We don't. Like, give you an example. Look at all these different wrestlers that, and case in point, Jeff Hardy battling with his demon. Look at all these different wrestlers that committed suicide and overdose. You don't know what they battled with, but all you know is, oh, and like I said, God bless the dead and rest in peace to all the ones that went on. But you don't know what they deal with. Ashley Massaro, ain't nobody know what she dealt with.
Rest in peace, Long Island.
Ain't nobody know this. And let's see, here we go. Look, we got one that says the Big E situation is shady for me. It's some politics backstage connected to racism. I'm sorry to bring racism in it, but this, I feel like Big E. I wouldn't, honestly, Todd, I wouldn't necessarily say that he was targeted. But if you think about it, if he was targeted, once he went, before he even went with the New Day, Vince would have been done put him out. But look at
Titus O'Neil though.
Which is true. So we can't say that Big E was targeted or Titus O'Neil is targeted because let's look at it. Titus O'Neil is one of the ambassadors and one of the, and honestly, not being funny, but one of the richest men now in WWE for everything that he does.
Honestly, but like if people don't give a fuck about Titus O'Neil. Like Titus O'Neil.
Only thing they care about is when he had that Royal Rumble fall. I'm sorry, that was funny. That was funny though. But
but at the end of the day though, he's known to be a joke. And that is what his career is going to be based on.
But behind the scenes, what that man does is not a joke.
Exactly.
Yeah, behind the scenes,
that's the crazy thing.
But people
my
don't
whole thing
acknowledge
is that people are not going to acknowledge that. They're going to
they'd rather acknowledge a fucking tribal chief, but they won't acknowledge like real facts.
But see, they don't want to acknowledge that this man did this for this foundation. This man did that for that foundation. This man's a proud father.
This man has his own foundation, like
right, and making money outside of WWE.
Mm-hmm.
But
while providing for kids.
But here's the thing: here's a man that could be not being funny, but could be WWE champion. But do you think Vince gave him that opportunity?
Nah, instead he was doing the.
Yeah,
but that's why I say now. That's why I say WWE is so the programming sucks. Programming sucks. It sucks, and like I said, with it, and now with this going on, you don't want to, and let's see now if you offer this man help. Let's see if Vince offer this man help now. That
you did it for John Moxley, right?
Exactly.
He did. Very much so.
He did.
And he wasn't even in the WWE. He was still working for AEW.
But guess what?
Last year.
Like I said, Vince got his favorites.
He does. What happened to the under? Well, we'll talk about this a little bit later. But yeah, fellas, I got to get going. Got to wake up about 6:00. But yes, Kevin, Jaquez, thank you guys for coming on. We will talk about this a little bit more, possibly tomorrow or probably on Thursday. But until that time, everybody, I'm your host, Mr. Team Bring It.
Much love, say.
Yes, you too. And I will see you on Thursday.
All right.
Everybody, peace.